All right, joining me now is Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House and Fox News contributor. Newt Gingrich, can I just give you one quick one? You are a futuristic, scientific, et cetera, historian. The Golden Dome, which Ronald Reagan pushed, called it SDI or Star Wars, 43 years ago. Mr. Trump was sort of re-announcing it today in the Oval Office. What do you make of that, Newt?
Well, I think it's extraordinarily important. You have places like North Korea with missiles that can reach the U.S. The world is dangerous. And I think if we build the right kind of Golden Dome, we just protect ourselves, but we could protect literally the entire world through a space-based system. So Reagan's instinct was right. Like you, I was there in that period, and I strongly supported the Strategic Defense Initiative. President Trump is right, and faced with the objective reality of how many countries are developing weapons designed to reach us or to reach Europe or our allies, I think having a Golden Dome is a vital step and a huge break from the kind of thinking that has dominated the Pentagon.
All right, thank you for that. So let's go back to the main chance. You've just written a very good op-ed piece. The Congressional Budget Office, always wrong, favors higher taxes, favors higher spending, once again is trying to sabotage the whole Republican reconciliation process. What do you make of it? How to get around? I mean, I don't know why has anybody listened to the Congressional Budget Office anymore? They should just be ignored, sort of like bad children. Just let them be and play in the sand someplace.
Well, as you know, when I was Speaker, we balanced the budget for the only 4 times in the last 100 years. If we had listened to the Congressional Budget Office, we would never have gotten it done. They are profoundly wrong. It's essentially a fake budget office picked up by the fake news media, which then gives it a sort of overview of somehow being nonpartisan. It's nonsense. Republicans should routinely hold hearings, force the Congressional Budget Office to open up their black boxes. Tell us how they get to these numbers. What are their reasoning? They were off by well over $1 trillion on how much Biden's big spending bill would cost. They were off by well over $1 trillion in the other direction by how much Trump's tax cuts in 2017 would generate. So here you have a huge swing of trillions of dollars from a 250-person bureaucracy hidden away with no accountability, no transparency, and the Republicans, frankly, should replace it.
Well, can't the Republicans just go their own way, create their own policy baseline with their own economic growth estimates? I mean, the differences between CBO is 1.8% per year, okay? We just had Steve Myron from the Council of Economic Advisors. He's running over 3% a year. In fact, we didn't play the Kevin Hassid tape, did we? Let's just quickly play that tape, because Kevin Hassid said it all on this show.
You know, the budget hawks are a little bit antsy about, oh, this costs too much. But the CBO score that they're basing all of that on is only 2.1% near-term growth and 1.8% growth in the long term. I'm highly confident, as we were in 2017, that you're going to get at least 3% growth. If we get 3% growth out of this bill, Larry, we just did the numbers you asked us to, it increases revenues over the next 10 years by more than $4 trillion. Wow. That is by more than the cost of this bill.
Wow. See,
this is a bill that pays for itself with 3% growth.
See, Newt, right there, I mean, $4 trillion would take out the deficit and reduce the debt to GDP ratio, and it's the kind of growth, I mean, this is the age of quantum computer. This is the age of AI. This is the age of advanced designer chips. This is the age of technology growth. And yet the CBO keeps plodding along with 1.8%, telling us that tax cuts are a bad idea.
Well, and frankly, if you look at Kevin, and I respect him a great deal, but if you look at Kevin Hassid's own numbers, he does not include the $1 trillion in sales in the Middle East last week or the $1 trillion in committed investment last week. I mean, that's a $2 trillion improvement in 1 week, and it's typical of the Trump presidency. I've written several times at Gingrich 360, we're going to have a Trump boom by next summer. The key is to get the bill through the House, get it through the Senate, get it through conference, and get it signed. And I just wish Republicans remember there's a much bigger game here than the last $2 or $3 billion in terms of either SALT deductions or Medicaid reforms. And I hope in the next 48 hours, House Republicans will get in a room, focus, find a solution, and pass it.
And don't listen to the CBO. Just put their plugs in their ears. Just do not listen to them. Don't read their papers. Don't do anything to the sort. Anyway, Newt Gingrich, we appreciate it very much. Thank you, sir. Coming